Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a fourth match of the evening against HAWA Esports and Fourth Dimension. HAWA Esports on the blue team and Fourth Dimension on the red team. And now looking in, HAWA Esports really do not want to go against a Ling and a Hayabusa in the tournament. And the Alice band coming in, which is a pretty strong band from the red team as well. Chip is also banned. Chip is quite the painful hero, I would say, because he can not only stun the enemy, but he can also bring the enemy to you. So yeah, that is not good sign, especially if you're the only one right there. And the Yujin coming in for team Hawa Esports, you do not really want to mess with Yujin right there, and the Harith as well from the red team. Really strong bans coming in from both the teams. Phobius is picked once more. All right, Phobius. If you can really use him, he is such a soldier. I would say he is a one man band. I would say most of the time because of his sustain. Not only his sustain, his he has so much CC. I would say it's a little too much for the current meta right now. The high loss pick coming in from the red team as well. High loss shines bright even as of now, even with the nerf. I think he did receive nerf, but he also did get a rework at the fact that Thunderbolt now worked with his first skill. So that is not a good sign for if he is going to stack up all of that Thunderbelt along with the amount of HP he's going to have in the mid lane and the late game as well. The Vixana is picked out by the red team, which is, I think, probably the most picked mage right now besides Aurora and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Lunox as well. Now we're looking at Hawa Esports to reply with maybe a counter pick, or they're still struggling to decide what kind of heroes they're going to pick right here. And once again, I think Aurora would be a good hero here to pick. And as I've said before, Lunox once again is picked by Ray Won't Let You Go from Hawa Esports. I have mentioned that Vixana and Lunox are probably the most picked, especially with one has immune, and not only immune, but she also has the assassin damage, I would say, that burst out to even tanks as well. And one also has burst along with a lot of CC. Now we're looking at Jay from Fourth Dimension. Looking at, I think, probably a EXP pick right now because they have picked their EXP. And looking at that, I think Mincetar is going to be such a wonderful hero here, especially to counter out the three of them. No, Roger is picked by Team Fourth Dimension. That is very weird. I think that is very weird. He is pretty strong, but then again, they really need to pick a EXP laner because they have definitely picked out an EXP laner, and if Hawa Esports are really good enough, I mean, like they really are thinking good enough, they will ban the Mincetar because they have a lot of dash heroes on the blue team.
What's your command? Your team is banning.
I think Roger is going in on the gold lane because he has Purify. Edith Edith is very versatile on the roam, mid lane, EXP, and the gold lane as well. So I think we are looking at a roam or a gold.
Let them play the hero.
The Yuzhong is banned
This world
by
desperately needs.
Hawa Esports. Huh? What is happening? Fanny is banned out by the red team as well. Okay, they really do not want to meet a Fanny player right now.
Your
For too
team
long.
And
is
the
banned.
carry is banned. They're definitely going in for the tanky picks, like maybe Gatot in the EXP lane as well.
Chivalry is dead, and
Your
I will
team is
revive
picking.
it.
That is an unusual ban coming in from the blue team, and they have banned out the Clint as well. Yuzhong is a decent ban, but
Your
then
team is
again,
picking.
it's very weird to see a Yuzhong ban right here. STR looking into pick on their Retribution, the jungle hero right now. All right.
Come on, Dexter. It's our showtime.
The Claude is picked as well. Really strong hero right now because he does not need to recall for that mana anymore, and because of the recall with the the old mana hero that he used to be, he used to miss out on a lot of gold that the enemy would have, and he would only shine probably in the mid game, on the late game as well. So right now he is a very, very strong pick, especially against the Roger, who, because he has quite the mobility as well, so he can easily uh, counter out on the Rogers Lycan Pounce as well. The X-Borg coming in from HAWA
Even the
Esports
strongest of currents
is
fail to
pretty
play with me.
risky for the red team because he can really jungle pretty fast, and the true damage that he deals, it does not affect any armor, so it just completely ignores any defense. So the best way to I would tell you all the tip, the best way to never receive true damage is just to stay at the base. Yeah, so that, like, literally that's the only way to really counter out true damage, which the Lord and the Turtle have. And looking at that, we are looking at really strong lineups here from both the teams. I would say the Roger Gold Lane has proven since the last season that he is really strong in the gold lane as a marksman, and the with his passive as well, he deals damage from the uh, human form and the uh, wolf form that
Welcome
deals
to
damage
Mobile
according to how much
Legends.
HP you lose. And everyone, welcome to the Land of Dawn.
5
We are
seconds till the
starting
enemy
out
reaches the
with
battlefield.
finally
Smash
the
them.
fourth match of the evening.
All troops deployed.
The blue team once again going in with the purple. I think, yes, even the red team is going in for their red, so I think they are not gonna rotate to their goal lane, or I think they're trying to go in for the lethal. Once again, the Aegis, as I've said before, she also deals a lot of marksman damage, I would say, especially with her ranged attack. So basically, it would count as a marksman damage. Look at Bisech from the blue team. He is in trouble. He is forced to use that vengeance pretty early on in the game. under 1 minute, and the Lunox here is gonna have quite the advantage with her light skill, and I think they are going into gank on the gold lane, which is not gonna look good for Claude right here because they have a Matilda and a Vixana, might I mention, because both of them do have that stun as well, and both of them have the damage as well. So looking at that, Roger is really making sure that the Claude does not have any farm. And look at that, he is just forcing out the minions to cluster up there so that the Claude will not be able to get any farm at all. The turtle, the first turtle of the match is almost here, and look at Xborg and Phobius. They are ready to get at least one of them right there. They need that level 4. That Phobius needs the level 4 so that he will be able to help in the turtle lane, which he must. And as I've said before, if your turtle lane is in the EXP lane, the EXP lane is going to be the most important. And look at that, Haruki with the level 4 immediately going into gank up on their jungler, and the STR is in trouble from the Matilda as well. He is forced out of the group fight along with the Edith coming in with the knock up, trying to take out Shang, but the first blood goes to the red team, and the turtle, I think, definitely not looking good for the blue team. That is not
Hello there,
good.
Sebastian. I have
Hello,
come to
Yumina.
your rescue. Right here, Sebastian. I see your solo casting, bruh. This is not fair, man. You should have called me. Like, we are friends, man. We're supposed to be friends. And what's going on? Like, can you update me onto the teams? What side, what team right now?
So right now we have um oh uh um wait, okay,
Hawa
I'm a
Esports.
little discussed right now. Yeah, HAWA Esports is on the blue team and Fourth Dimension is on the red. So right now the
But
first turtle
why?
is
Oh my. The circling eagle along with the light ultimate with Jay using his fishes, but Ray will be escaping rather. Oh, a pause. Well, I mean, it's a great opportunity for me to catch on, Sebastian. I mean, could you just walk me through what happened? I mean, what are the team strategies right now? Who is on the leading board? Because I have just joined in and I really would like to see how this team composition plays out for both of them.
So you mean the blue team, HAWA Esports, they were really leading on in the early game, but they really failed on the turtle fight, making sure that the red team, Fourth Dimension, they really caught up to them from a 2k gold difference all the way up to a 2k gold difference again, with this time the Fourth Dimension leading on, and they are going in with a 0-3 along with securing the turtle as well. So I think
I do quite
that's all that
agree
we
with
have missed.
you. Yes, because as soon as I joined Sebastian, I did notice that the positioning coming in from both Chuck Bass on that Vixana along with Shang on the Matilda is quite good. They are trying to get the river control in their favor, and Jay is doing quite a good job, getting those objectives including invading
Exactly.
the enemy creeps, right? You do not want the enemy jungler to snowball because you have the Xborg as the jungler onto the side of Hava Esports. I mean, once he gets those sustain items, it can be a little bit difficult to deal with him onto the late game. Considering you have a Phobius on your team as well, and the late game potential that can come from player one on the Claude is quite dangerous. It can be a little difficult to
Mhm.
deal with. Look at them, they are trying to shut him down as of now.
They really need to take down that Claude because he is not the Roger from the red team is somehow holding his lane, but he is slowly fading in and uh, taking on the Claude more than ever. But then he does have that purify, so no slowdown is gonna help him at all. And it is kind of like affecting him in the goal lane a bit, although his team is also making up for that as well.
I do agree, and a little bit of lack of CC coming in. I mean, you do have the Phobias, but he is going to be, bonking onto those team fights. And the
Yeah.
Edith, once she is out of her primal wrath, it can be a little difficult for her to soak up the damage. And the, escape potential coming in from Team Fourth Dimension right here is really strong with the Matilda. The wings that she can provide to get in or out of the team fight
Mhm.
situations. Oh, look at that initiation, Sebastian.
That is a little too much. As I've said before, the ultimate coming in from Hylos make sure that they cannot escape, and the Matilda stun, and the Eagle coming in from Matilda and also stunning them in a way that they will not be able to escape. They really have this planned out. The red team really have everything planned out, I'm telling you.
Ooh, player one being really sneaky, getting that bot tower for their favor. Meanwhile, team
Mhm.
fourth dimension getting that most important mid tier tower for themselves because it opens up the map for you completely.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Roger right here getting quite snowballed onto the goal lane will not look good along with Jay onto the look at that Vijay. He just followed them towards the mid river, but like I was saying, it will look really bad for team Hawa Esports right here if they are not able to shut down the Roger or the Bane in this matter, because mid to late game both Bane and Roger have that damage potential coming in, as well as with the Hylos to soak up that damage for your team with the heals coming in from the Matilda. I mean, really smart draft from 4th Dimension, but I will have to say the team fight potential from Team Hawaii Sports is also really strong. They just need to play their cards right now.
Exactly, I agree with you, Mina. And as I've said before, the red team have a lot of mobility along with that CC coming in from Bane and Vexana. So they really not much. They really do not have that much of a choice going in and ganking without any vision as well. And the Lunox from the blue team cannot find that position to gank out on the Vexana as well. So that is a really, really dangerous sacrifice coming in from the blue team.
Quite agreeable. I mean, it is looking really funny coming in from Team 4 Dimension because they are choking down the Claude. They know who is the late game potential. They do not want the Lunox and the Claude to get farmed up. Meanwhile, already invading, the Circling Eagle being baited out along with the Piraga armor, but X-Ball will be retreating back safely. My bad. Retreating back onto his tower right there. I mean, he doesn't even have his immortality. Yep. Oh, they want that blood on the Exorcist will be falling down onto the hands of Hylos right there.
The Xborg has been making a lot of mistakes with especially his positioning. So this is a very dangerous and very crucial mistake coming in from the blue team because he has not really taken down a lot of players along with no assists as well. But he has defeated twice and also lost the turtle as well. So this is not really looking good for the blue team.
Hear me out, Sebastian. Okay. Late game, Exborg, Lunox, and Claude. If they wait till their item spike, I mean, the kind of mistake that player one is doing right now is not needed. I mean, he could have waited. That was a really risky play coming in from him. But I think Team Hawa Esports right now needs to practice some patience. I mean, patience is virtue. So they need to
Exactly.
wait for that late game spike. They need to play a little bit passive. If the team is initiating, one person dies, leave him, go back, wait for your items to come back because you do have the Lunox, you do have the Claude. I mean, they are your ticket to this victory right now. But if you keep
I
getting
agree.
baited onto the team fights like that, it will be very difficult for Team Hawaii Sports to come back from that because Team 4 Dimension has that snowball. They are taking a good advantage. Look at that. The last insanity being used, but not enough damage. Eden falling down onto the hands of Roger Ryder and Unstoppable coming in for both Vixana and Jay. Look at that. This is what I was saying. Leave the buffs. Let the minion come to you. Farm those minions because you still have two towers, but this mistake cost them their top and bot second tier towers, Sebastian.
That is a crucial thing because these guys really do, as you've said before, they really shine out in the late game to the point where you really need immune and defense items as well against them.
Mhm.
Not just one, but two, I would say, to like barely survive against their damage. So coming in, that is a really bad play coming in from the blue team because they are not patient. That is what I was just about to say, and you came in and exactly at the right time and told the crowd.
Man, they are getting pushed back. I mean, this does not look good. They are going to have Team 4th Dimension is going to have a really easy time getting this tier 1 lot, which can be really detrimental for their team since you want those inhibitors to go down for the side of Team 4 Dimension. But they
Mhm.
do have, but Team Hawaii Sports does have a really good lane clean potential. I mean, do not go in front. I mean, I don't understand why they are having those, aggressive fights knowing that they are behind on the goal. They do not have the itemizations. They are not farmed up. You need to wait for your team to have, that capability to fight them head on in this matter. I mean, this is what I was talking about.
Exactly, I agree with you. And look at that, they can easily melt down the high lost, but they are not going in as a team because Roger right there, they will be able to take down the Roger as well, but they are not really focusing on a two hero gank, but a one hero gank most of the time. And look at that, the like it pounds coming in from the Roger in the early game with the 7 assists have proven really useful, getting him all of that gold. And he is now dealing that damage that a marksman is supposed to have. And I think it's an easy win for fourth dimension right
Oh,
here, taking the crystal as quick as
big
they can.
mistake,
Victory!
Sebastian. The Lord was marching down. Should have left the Hylos right there. I mean, 1 for 3 trade for what? Right there. I mean, they
Mm.
should have shown some patience. I mean, it was not a really important pick for them. I mean, they did manage to get the Hylos, but at what cost? They lost 3 of their members in the team fight. Team 4th Dimension just rushed after their Hylos went down to,
Mhm.
get those kills because Xbog was low, Claude was low, and Lunox was low. Meanwhile, what are you going to do when the Lord is marching down? You do not have anyone to defend. Two of your defending capabilities were already taken down. Really smart coming in from Team 4th Dimension and a really silly mistake for Team Hawaii Sports right there,
I agree
Sebastian.
with
I mean,
you.
it did cost them the match. I mean, they did not let the jungler jungle at all. 0 for 1. Not a good look on a jungle. I mean, they did get the river control. They got the map control. They had the jungle control in their favor as well. Man, oh man, it did look like a one-sided match to me, Sebastian.
It was a very, very one-sided match. The bans coming in from the Hawa Esports was actually very good, and their drafting was good as well. But the execution was what matters the most, right? That is, I think, that is the most important for all the teams. It's not only the drafting, but the execution of your lineups as well. So this here was a big mistake on the execution coming in from Hawa Esports.
Quite well said, Sebastian. And I think that will be it for this match, guys.
Mhm.
Congratulations to Team 4 Dimension right here. Really well played, very smooth gameplay. I mean, I think even Sebastian agrees with me. They did manage
I
to
agree.
capitalize on their snowball. They knew what hero has what potential and they played around it. Really smart coming in. Unfortunately, good try coming in from Hawaii Sports. Really good drafting. But the execution kind of fell somewhere, but I think it could be a good learning lesson for them, to synergize well with
Exactly.
each other next time. So do not go anywhere, viewers. This will be it for this match. This is your co-caster Yumena along with Sebastian.
Project 9 STP. Okay.
This is Bengal server matches, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No idea. Please ask.
Your team is banning.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Legends Unleashed Season 3. Sorry for the delay, and we are back with for the next matches that is going to be between two teams, that is Team Step Bros going up against Team Project 9. On the blue side, we have Team Step Bros, and on the red side, we have Team Project 9. Myself, I am Itami, and I am joined by my caster, none other than Peachy.
Hello, Itami, and hello, everyone. Welcome back. That was a little, a big, short, short break, I have to say, but we are back. Let's dive into the draft. Both the teams, I have to say, Itami, that both the teams are very decent enough. I have seen them climbing up those leaderboard as well. They do manage to get a spot on it, but they still need to improve. So here we are again battling. This will be again a battle between Team Step Bros versus Project 9. This is going to be interesting. And with
I am
that,
not the
the
only
first
one that
bans are
orders
already in Amin
chains.
Sitar and a 4 years, rightfully so, that we all know how this is a fighter meta, the fighters being prioritized, the assassins getting prioritized as first.
Your
So that is
team is
why
banning.
these are kinds of bans that we are seeing right now, Itami.
Definitely, and the Minsitar band coming up, as well as the Lunox followed by the Phobius. And as you mentioned before, the fighter meta we are seeing right now is not just onto the EXP lane, even onto the gold lane, we
My
are seeing the
kiss
Ruby,
grants
as
the
well as sometimes the Bane
immortality
getting picked up,
or
and even
death.
as those junglers, Bane is picked up, so followed by other fighters, and we are witnessing the fighter meta coming up. But
Your
the
team
looking at the bans,
is
that is going to
rewarded.
be the Alice getting banned, which had the possibility to be picked onto the goal lane, and the Vexana, as usual, I would say, will be picked onto the mid lane, but she has been decided to ban this game, so we won't be seeing that Vexana coming up onto this game. For
So,
the side
what's your
of
command?
Team
Your
Project 9,
team
we
is
are seeing the
picking.
final ban, and that is going to be the Fanny, a jungler ban coming up from their side. And the first pick, there are plenty of options. I guess there is a Nidit as well. There is Ruby too, and there are other options too. So we are yet to see what Step Bros are gonna go with.
Who
And
said there are no shortcuts in
I
life?
literally
I
forgot about the
literally
chip, and
invented
the chip
one.
this time has been wide open, and he has been decided to been picked for the side of Team Step Bros.
No wonder that the chip was
Send
open,
my
and
supply
rightfully
to give
so,
the
they
word,
have
my
picked it
friend.
up. This
A
is Team
flashy
Step
accompaniment.
Bros
Your
picking
team is
up
picking.
the chip. On the other hand,
Even the
a
strongest
link
of
is
thirds
still
fail to
open, being
blame
picked up
me.
as well. And Itami, your predictions are right on. Look at that. The Bane jungle is already in. I want to see, because Bane kind
My
of counters
mission
that
is to
Link,
protect
but
Your
a
lives.
team is
Link,
picking.
Link being Link, he's an assassin. He can dive right back into your back lanes and make sure those mages, those marksmen are annoyed. This is what Bane lacks. So I want to see how they will be covering up for that. On the other hand, a Khalid is picked up, and for that Khalid, I think it will be a high loss answer back.
Yup, and the Hilo scan definitely is going to the EXP lane, considering the chip has already been picked. From the side of Team Project 9, we saw the two picks coming up. That is going to be the Khalid as well as the Link. And Khalid, after this adjustments, we are seeing the rise of Khalid actually coming up from the EXP lane. And there are other options too, and that is going to be
Your
the
team
Carmilla
is
getting picked
banning.
up. And I am expecting a Valentina ban coming up from one of these teams.
Oh, definitely, Tami. It could be a possibility, because we are already back into that banning section. Four of the heroes yet to be banned. I'm hoping for two more of a marksman getting choked down, or probably those mages as well. Aurora could have been a good ban from the side of Team Project 9, don't you think so?
Your team is
Yep, and
banning.
Aurora is also open. Like I guess they will be targeting the gold lane
Your team
as
is
well as
banning.
the mid lane ban. And as I expected from the side of Team Project 9, we immediately saw the Valentina getting banned as well. Followed by the Aurora coming up from the side of the blue team. And I am expecting another mid lane ban or another gold lane ban coming up from the side of Team Project 9. Meanwhile, what step bros are lacking right now is a gold laner as well as a mid laner. So both of these teams are on the same boat.
Definitely. Itami, they are on the same boat. They are just making sure to pick off those kind of marksmen, those mages. I really want to see the marksman ban coming in. Maybe okay, they go in with a Lucian ban, pretty strong. Mages, yes, I do believe that it is a good how they are shutting down those Valentina, those Aurora. But on the other hand, even the team Project 9 looks strong, don't you think so, Itami?
Yep.
To
So far,
live
if
is
you
to
ask me,
trick
I
the
like
Reaper.
the drafts from both of the teams. Both of these teams are looking quite experienced in terms of the drafting as well as those picks as well as those bans. So I am expecting another pick that is going to be the mid lane or the gold laner getting picked. So I am expecting a mid laner coming up from the side of Team Project 9. So we are yet to see the pick. And it might be a Harith too. Harith
You
is
love
open,
bad
but okay,
nights
that is
with
going to be the
your
Sicilian.
lasso.
And Pichi, one thing I just noticed is Sicilian is not only picked onto the mid lane these days, but also he is quite good onto the gold lane too. So there is a slight possibility he might be going to the gold lane, but still, Sicilian Carmilla combo is quite good. So he most probably is going to the mid lane, but there is a slight possibility I would say that he can join to the mid too. But okay, team Step Bros will be proceeding the mid lane pick, and we don't see mid lane Julian often, but Julian mid lane is also quite good. I would say he deals a decent amount of magic damage, and right from the start of the game, if he is able to get his core items on time, his damage can be quite good. And we haven't seen the gold lane Roger also coming up, but okay, that is going to be the Claude getting picked up for the side of Team Step Bros.
No, I think this is actually very strong coming in. Look at that, the Julian into the mid lane. They picked up a Claude as well. The Claude could actually dive into the back line. That is highly possible. But a Julian, a little skeptical, though he has this immune skill, he could just pop his skills and go in. But a Carmilla and a Sicilian combo, that is what we are talking about right here, Itami. They have this extra special skill as well, where the Sicilian can actually save that Carmilla. So this is kind of looking strong. And Harith would be just a cherry on top pick, don't you think so?
Yep, I was expecting a Harith coming up from the side of Team Project 9, and that is going to be the Harith getting locked out. For the side of Team Project 9, they are quite reliant onto the magic damage, considering they have the Sicilian as well as the Harith getting picked up. But if you ask me the draft, then slightly, I would say I like the draft of Project 9 better, but it depends upon the gameplay of Step Bros 2, how they are going to be utilizing this Julian mid lane, the Claude gold lane, Bane jungle, Hylos EXP, and the Chip Roam. So this is going to be another match. This is going to be between Step Bros going up against Team Project 9. On the blue side, we have Team Step Bros, and on the red side, we have Team Project 9. So here we go, on to the Land of Dawn.
Okay, we are back. This is going to be another interesting match. And let me take a few moments to say that do like and subscribe, and also hit that like button and share it to your friends, because it is Step Pro versus Team Project 9, two of the good teams battling it out. And with that, we are into the Land of Dawn. Itami, what do you think that the link will be prioritizing? Maybe the red or the purple buff right now?
I think he will be proceeding to go with the blue buff considering he has a lot of mana usage. So he will be going for the blue buff first and the red buff second. And both of these teams will be trying to contest for those buffs as well as get the level 4 fast in order to be contesting for the upcoming turtlenecks. We are just seeing some basic rotations coming up. Chip is just helping the Julian right now instead of the gold laner, and this Claude is playing quite safe, I would say, compared to the Harith. He is trying to be like the Harith is trying to get some pokes. Ling has already started his red, but the Chip is trying to get some vision in there. He is trying to get some vision, and the retribution might be forced to be used out. I guess Ling doesn't have his retribution right now, and Chip is almost. Did he took it? Okay, Ling might be taken down. Oh my god, that is definitely not what you expecting. That Chip just
Oh,
got the red buff as well as that kill on that Link. He might be taken down onto the process, but this is a pause coming up from one of the side of the teams.
what an early aggression coming in. That link pickoff is what I was not expecting. And there we go, we got it.
Yep, and not only just that Chip got the red buff, but he was able to secure a solo kill onto that Link. This is why you should not force the retribution in such an early phase of that blue and the red buff, because if Link had that red, then definitely he wouldn't have been trying to overextend that fight in there, considering Chip can deal some decent amount of damage in the early game, and Link didn't had any of his core items yet, and he was immediately punished and taken down onto that process.
Oh, that was quite unfortunate, but the pause is still there. We don't know what happened, but okay, there we go. The match will be resumed. Will Chip be taken down? That is the saga to unfold, and looks like Chip is safe for now.
Damn, not only he was able to take that red buff as well as get that jungler, but also he was able to retreat. What a Sigma move coming up from that ship. Meanwhile, that Sicilian will be forced to
Oh,
retreat for now. He doesn't have much HP. We might see some skirmish onto the EXP lane. That Hylos is being quite poking to the Khalid. Khalid is quite low. Ling might dive in for that Hylos. Carmela is quite low as well. They should be aware of that positioning. We might see a dive coming up from one of those teams. And there comes the dive. Carmela will be taken down onto that process by Bane. But meanwhile, onto the bot side, Ling is able to secure that kill thanks to that Khalid onto that Hylos.
damn, what a impression coming in. I have to say about the high loss, even though as we know that the high loss is very tanky, yet the Khalid and the Ling managed to kill him down even without any item so far. Since we are into that 2 minute mark, the total is up. Will this be uncontested at all? Ling will be winning his retribution, but it was not the junglers winning it, it was the Julian.
Yup, and we are seeing that early game in where Ling's blue buff is gone, and there comes, oh my god, this chip is so aggressive, and he was able to get that kill once again. The wave of stripes coming up from that Khalid, but Claude will be able to secure that kill onto that Khalid. That ultimate connected onto nobody and onto the process with the grab and the bat impact. Sicilian is able to get that kill onto that Khalid. He was not able, oh, I'm so sorry, it was onto the Julian actually, and that Julian will be taken down onto the process.
Okay, that is some kind of aggression that Team Step Bros was showing us. They do have that early game, they do have that Julian, they do have the Bane as well. Bane has been farming up. On the other hand, it looks like they are just going in with the aggression that they have. They picked up the tempo. They are trying to press that advantage to themselves. Look at that, the bat face being used up with Tami. Maybe something is brewing up.
The blazing duet just came up from that Claude. Ling is really quite low and he is able. Oh my god, look at that chip, is so aggressive. The templates of plates was forced to be used by that Ling. Julian is quite low. Khalid diving in, trying to get that kill onto that Julian. Chip will be punished this time onto the process. Khalid is able to secure that kill, but Bane is able to get that kill on that Khalid. Chip will be taken down, but the glorious pathway coming up from that Hylos as well as the revitalizer. Double kill coming up from that Hylos once again. A 3 for 2 trade, and it is still favoring for the side of Team Step Bros.
Okay, step bros, they are actually stepping up. I'm surprised to see they are just pressing those advantage to them. Look at the high loss, look at the Julian as well. On the other hand, Bane has been farming up quite well, don't you think so, Itami? A 2-0-3, look at
Oh,
that, the invasion is already there. Itami, take it away.
Lately, Cats just came up. Chip is again got a kill onto that Khalid man. This Chip is playing more of an assassin games right now, and the turtle has already been spawned. A 1-for-0 trade, but still look at the initiations coming up from the side of Team Sepros. Not only those initiations, but the follow-ups are so damn good that both of Team Project 9 is not able to do much. You look at that invade coming up from that Chip onto that red buff once again. Ling is really low and Chip is almost. Did he took it or not? I'm so confused, but Carmilla will be taken down onto the process. Chip is able to get a solo kill onto that Ling, man, oh man, and that Sicilian might be taken down as well too. Bane is able to get that kill onto that Sicilian. Oh my god, what is happening? Like, this chip is so damn annoying. Ling has been taken down twice in this game, and both of the times it was from the roamer. The chip was able to secure that kill onto that Ling. There's a man force coming up from that Harriet just now. Julian using his enhanced second skill, but still not able to secure that kill onto that Harriet. The turtle is there, and Team Blue will be able to secure that turtle. Meanwhile, on the bot side, the glorious pathway has been used. Look at the damage coming up. Ling has been taken down once again. Khalid is really low. There comes the dive and a double kill for that ship. Oh my god. This ship is on a 616 KDA PC.
What a double trouble coming in. Both the tanks very aggressive. They do have the damage. On to the other hand, Julian, look at the damage, popping 50% HP after that
Oh no.
steal. But top lane, what a close call for that Harith. Harith who managed to survive that Claude's domination. Looks like he will be taking it down. On the other hand, Itami, I have to say that how the Bane has been playing out, even though they have their assassins as their opponent, the Link. Still, he is very aggressive. Still, he knows that he can actually do it. Look at that invasion already. The blue buff being denied for the Link, and the red buff being denied as
Oh.
well.
The deadly catch again came up and oh my god, this Bane with the mega kill right there. Hylos might be taken down onto the process this time. I guess he still has his glorious pathway in order to escape. Chip with a really good follow-up and the teleportation has been used. The blazing duet coming up from that Claude and Khalid as well as that Ling is taken down onto the process. What a beautiful teleportation just came up as well as that ult right on time from that Chip, followed by that blazing duet from the Claude. Man, what is synergy coming up from the side of Team Stepros?
I do agree with you. This is kind of looking strong for uh, Team Step Bros right now. They're pressing those advantage to themselves. They're picking off those neutral objectives as well. And look at that. Another turret might be popped off onto the mid lane already. But Khalid, you're very sneaky. He might have popped that Raging Sandstorm, but that was just not the case here. On the other hand, look at that, Itami.
Yep, and the turtle has already been spawned. They will just be forced to retreat. I guess they will not be even contesting for this turtle because they will just be waiting for the 8-minute mark. Lord, the blazing duet came up from that Claude, securing that kill on that Sicilian. He almost got taken down, but it doesn't matter anymore. I guess Team Step Bros will just be focusing on to that 8-minute Lord and try to end this game as soon as possible. And Team Project 9 doesn't have it's only their inhibitor towers remaining, considering they only have they have 2 towers on the top still, and the Lord has been spawned. And I guess for the side of Team Septos, in order instead of overextending this game, they should be trying to end it. But Chip with the initiation once again. Our Carmilla almost got melted down. The turret has been down. They don't have the minions yet, and 3 itemizations coming up from the side of Team Step Bros. But I think they will just be trying to contest this Lord this time, and instead of overextending the game, because they don't have the minions. Plus, if they try to overextend there, then it could be a potential wipeout too. But look at that Chip. Oh my goodness, this Chip is so damn annoying, and Ling is instantly taken down. The Templates of Blades is able to save him for this time. The deadly catch coming up from that Bane. The glorious pathway has just been used by that high loss 2 onto the opposite direction, and no trades by far, but still the damage has already been done. Sicilian might
Oh,
be taken down onto the process, but no, they will just be retreating, and Claude is on a bad position, and Claude is taken down this time. He is punished for overextending there.
definitely, he was punished for that overextension, but Chip with this shortcut, he has been playing the shortcut so well that he made sure that the link won't be coming to the split push. That was very strong. Looks like the Lord is already spawned. It is already to the mid inhibitor of Team Project 9. The glorious pathway coming into the play. There is the stun onto the Ling. Ling who is on the 50% of his HP. The shortcut being placed as well. It is a three-man gank already. The Lord being taken up but the minions will be pouring in. The deadly catch doing its damage onto the turret as well. Will this be a end for Project 9, Itami?
I don't think so. They are able to defend it. Actually, that is going to be a 2 for 0 trade for the side of Team Project 9. They are able to defend it for now, but only one of their inhibitor towers remains with them. So I guess they should, if they are able to pull up a proper team fight, if the Curse of Blood did connect and there is a proper team composition, then maybe there might be a potential wipeout. But there comes another team fight. The glorious pathway has been used by that high loss. Claude is able to secure that kill onto that leg. Sicilian trying to make an escape with that Crimson Wings. He is able to do so. The wave of strikes coming up from that Khalid. Double kill for that Claude. A 2 for 2 trade by far. And Bane is a bit late on that follow up. If he was there, then potentially Sicilian as well as that Harriet might have been taken down. But no, it won't be it. And the next Lord there is still time for the next Lord to be spawning until the next minute.
That was a 2 for 2 trade, Itami. I think that was pretty well since they were able to pick off the Ling. But on the other hand, Ling has to farm. He has to make sure he's getting those farm for his team as well. Right now, the score is 19 to 10. I'm looking at a 5k goal difference. That is not much, but as per the time is ticking, that is a lot. Since the Lord is up, the Lord always being taken into the hands of Team Step Bros. With that, Cecilia and Carmilla, they are safe for now. I really thought that this combo would be popping off, doing so much damage, but Cecilia still needs a lot of stacks now. He's not even able to touch 50, more than like 35 or maybe 40% of the HP of his enemies.
Yep, and the Lord is about to be spawning, and I am hoping, like, I think this is going to be the contested Lord, considering the Link doesn't have his blue buff as well. They have Team Step Bros have already started the Lord, and they are no way near to be contesting for it. They just gonna hope on the next Lord fight, on the next
But
Lord. Oh my God! That curse of blood connecting on to 4 people. The deadly catch coming up from that Bane. Carmilla was forced to flicker, but she will be able to save her life just for now. Ling is on the back. Julian is trying to make one initiation, and I don't think they just Stibros just need to be waiting for the Lord in like exchange of just over initiating the blazing duet just came up from that plot. There are no minions. He will just be forced to retreat. And overextension coming up, but this time Team Step Bros will not make that mistake once again. They will just be locking the base and will be ending the game.
what a match coming in from Step Bros. Just without the Lord, they managed to pick off the base, even though the Khalid with the Raging Stroke doing so much damage. Elo, we definitely deserve that MVP, don't you think so, Itami?
Man, if this chip was on my opponent and I was the Link, then definitely I would have been so pissed off. Like right in the start of the game, imagine your red buff is getting invaded like that. Imagine, like, not only just invade, he is able to get your red buff as well as get that kill on you, not only once but twice on that phase of game. This chip was absolutely a monster and a deserving MVP for this game.
Definitely, Tami. Look at that, the damage dealt as well. That is very lot. He made Chip already made sure that Ling won't be split pushing. That is a great advantage to Team Project 9 right here. On the other hand, even the Bane actually deserves an MVP as well because he was right on point for every single neutral objective. With that, we will be right back with another match because this might be not the last match, I guess.
Yep, and we will be back in action as soon as possible, so stay tuned. Hello. We are back with the final game of the day of round 3, day number 1 of Legends Unleashed Season 3. And this time it is going to be between Team Not IGN going up against what was it actually? So it is one of the sides is going to be Not IGN, and let me just
Oh, okay. Itami,
yeah.
looks like we have team on the blue side. We have team IG, not IGN, and on the red side we have team Afar Esports. Okay, these are looking very good, don't you think so?
Yep, Afar Esports it is. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Yep, and on the red side we have team Afar Esports going up against team Not IGN. Not IGN going with the first ban, and that is going to be the Ruby. And for the red side, we are yet to see the ban coming up, and I think that is going to be another meta hero or the prioritized or the ban hero. That can be the Phobias or even other heroes like the Alice, Ruby. There are so many options, and I am expecting a meta ban coming up. And yep, that is going to be the Alice getting banned. That is going to be the gold laner for a gold laner ban, I would say. And team not IGN with the next ban, and I am expecting another meta hero getting banned. So, what are your thoughts on this match, PG?
Oh, look at that. The Ruby getting banned, the Alice as well. Since the Alice was buffed recently, it is quite good how she's being played into the gold lane, even mid lane. I kind of vouch for the mid lane as well, but that's not kind of viable as well because she needs to be annoying to that gold laners. So, with that, the Ruby, the Alice being picked up. Probably we might be looking at the mages pick off as well. The Valentina ban or probably the Aurora.
I'm not the only one bound
Yep,
by
and
these
that is going to be the
chains.
Phobius ban coming up from the side of Team Not IGN. And we are yet to see another ban coming up from the side of Team Afari Esports. It can be any XP laner or even the roamer. We saw the chip on the last game and he was an absolute menace. But this game, he will be decided to get banned from the side of Team Afari Esports. The chip is getting banned, and we are yet to see the final ban of this phase coming up from the side of Team Not IGN. And I'm expecting a mid lane or a gold lane ban coming up from the side, maybe, or maybe it can even be a roamer. So we are yet to see. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say.
Definitely, Tammy. It is kind of how annoying. We saw that into the last game how Chip was annoying. So definitely they don't want that to be repeated.
I definitely do agree with you, and we are yet to see the ban coming up. And yep, as I expected, that is going to be the mid lane ban. That is going to be the Vexana getting banned, and we are yet to see the final ban coming up from the side of Team Afar Esports. And I am expecting the chip and the Alice is already banned since. So there are plenty other possibilities like the Aurora or even a gold lane ban like the Harith or other stuffs as well. So we are yet to see the ban coming up from their side. So looking at both of these teams, they are quite, I would say, they are quite experienced with the draft bans. There is no unusual bans by far. These are the heroes that has been dominated, quite dominant onto this meta, and yep, that would be pretty much it. We are yet to see the final ban coming up. They are yet to decide. Team of our esports are yet to decide what they are going to be banning, and that is going to be the Harris actually. My predictions are quite working out. What do you say?
I agree with you, Itami. Your predictions are right on. Look at that, the mage being banned, even the gold lane being banned as well. Good points with that. On the other hand, we are onto the pitching section. Okay, look at that. Kimmy going in strong with the high loss. I was not expecting this because I maybe thought that they could go in with some mage and maybe or an assassin as well.
Yep, definitely. And that is going to be the Hylos as the first pick getting picked up from Kimi. But this Hylos is quite versatile. He can go to the EXP lane as well as the room. So we are yet to see where he is going to be proceeding with. With the Revitalize item, he is quite really good. The Revitalize is the Revitalize was one of those spells we only saw onto Brawl games mostly, but these days we are seeing him like the Revitalize onto the tournaments as well as those rank games from the side of Team of our esports. We are seeing the export getting picked up, and I am expecting this export to be the EXP laner for the side of Team of our esports, followed by the Aurora coming up to the mid lane.
Okay, some strong picks already coming in. Both the teams they are prioritizing those mages. Mm-hmm. That is actually good, and I think a Valentina would be a good counter for that Aurora. But on the other hand, they do have a Xborg. Xborg could be pretty annoying, don't you think so?
He can be annoying, and which will be proceeding to go with the Valentina. We know how good of a mid laner which is, and that is going to be the final pick for this draft phase for the side of team, not IGN. And I'm expecting a Moskov or a Claude maybe, and I guess that is going to be the
Dexter,
Claude
it's
getting
our
locked
showtime.
by Aaron for the gold lane. And we are yet to see, I think, from the side of team of our esports, they will be proceeding to pick the gold laner because the gold laner as well as the mid laner has already been picked. And I am expecting this Hylos to either go to the EXP or roam. But considering Kimi has picked it, then maybe it could go. It There is a high possibility that it can be going as a roamer as well.
Okay, highly possible, since as we all know that Kemi is the tank for the room position for the side of team, not IGN. So I think they might just proceed ahead with a marksman as well as an EXP laner. On the other hand, like Bruno would be picked up to counter that. Lord, will it be the other way or what is this happening? I'm just kind of confused that will Claude dominate or will Bruno dominate Itami?
Yep, and this Bruno getting picked up, I if I like if you ask me, then Bruno getting picked up, if you are really comfortable with the hero, Bruno does a lot of damage actually, but still he is kind of weak in terms of the positioning too, and he can get easily picked up. So he needs to be really, really aware of his positioning. If you are well aware of your positioning and if you can trust your roamer, then definitely going for the Bruno pick and go dealing some massive amount of damage from the back line will be possible for that Bruno, but that is going to be the Matilla getting banned out from the side of Team Not IGN, followed by the Link ban up from the side of Team of our esports, and we are yet to see the final bans coming up from both of these sides. So,
Gaze
in my prediction,
upon the
okay, that is
edge
going to
of
be the Nolan. Nolan is doing really, really good actually on this patch. He is one of the best assassins onto this current meta right now, followed by the Ling, Hayabusa, and the Fanny. And banning out the Nolan will be quite viable, I would say.
I guess so, Itami. That could might come into the play because both the teams they do lack the jungler, so maybe they could go for it. But on the other hand, the Nolan pick of the Link pick of maybe a Hayabusa should come join the list. Don't you think so, Itami?
There is, there might be a possibility that Hayabusa might be picked too, considering there is a Ling ban as well as a Nolan ban. But from both of the side of the teams, if you are quite comfortable, then definitely you can go for the Fanny as well.
Sunrises
But
might
okay,
get
that is going to
worse.
be the Khalid ban coming up from the side of Team Not IGN, and we are yet to see another pick coming up from the side of Team Afar Esports, but I don't expect a Yin coming up right now because Yin doesn't work out so well onto this meta. But if you are confident with your team comp, then you can go for the Ling. But I don't personally recommend you to go with the Yin as your jungler because there are so many other heroes that has been doing quite well onto the junglers, which comes under this tier of fighters that are Bane and other fighters as well, even the Balmond.
Okay, yes, okay. Balmond could come into the come handy as well because since he was buffed into the previous patches as well, he is tanky. He can dash out. He can deal a lot of damage with his ultimate. So that is kind of a good pick coming in. They might go in for that, but there is this Kofra coming in. Is this is actually looking good for Valentina? Don't you think so, Itami?
Yep, she can utilize most of her ultimates, the Tyrant's Revenge, as well as that Frigid Glacier, as well as that Last Insanity. So, which picking out the Valentina in even in that early phase of the game, but still there are heroes that are dependent onto their ultimate, such as the Aurora for her initiation as well as damage, the Last Insanity for securing the kills, and the Tyrant's Revenge uh, for the setup. So which can be quite versatile onto this upcoming team fights coming up, and that is going to be respect will be going on to the alpha actually, and anti will be following up with the Edith. So I am expecting this high loss to go to the roam position as I expected first. So yeah, that would be pretty much it. But still, Edith is also a really good roamer. But in my opinion, if you ask me, then Kimi is going to the roam, and that is going to be that high loss unless they decide to swap it.
Okay, they might go in for that, but they might not as well. But the last pick, the Yuzhong
Hero
pick, that is
desperately
quite
needs.
early. I really thought that the Kimi might go in for that EXP lane, but looks like an Edith will be joining to the EXP lane. This is kind of strong. But on the other hand, they do have the Yuzhong, they have the Xbog as well. These are two of the heroes that deal a lot of damage. Once the Xbox snowballs the game, I think this is kind of one-sided match, but both the teams, we all know that they are strong enough. What are your predictions, Itami? Since your predictions are point on, maybe you may guess the winners already.
In my opinion, both of the teams have decided to pick strong heroes, like really strong heroes. But if you ask me, then I like the draft of not IGN more, considering they have the Hylos for the initiation. Alpha, where Alpha can shut down those opponents, the tanky kind of composition with his Alpha charge, and that Blazing Duet coming up from that plot can deal some decent amount of damage as well. But we will be proceeding to the final game of that day. That is going to be between Not IGN going up against Team Afar Esports. On the blue side, we have Team Not IGN, and on the red side, we have Team Afar Esports. Myself, I am Itami, and I am joined by Peachy.
Okay, looks like this is going to be another interesting match. Definitely, we are back again, and there we go. Itami, take it away.
Yep, they are just trying to focus onto their neutral objectives. I guess Kimi is trying to get some vision onto that blue buff, but I don't think he will be initiating a team fight quite really early because Alpha is yet to get his Alpha charge, and he is yet to get his ultimate, and an early invasion quite be costly for the side of Team Not IGN as well, considering from the opponent side they have the Aurora and the freeze come if the freeze comes up from that Aurora on timing and Xborg is able to use his last insanity on point, then there could be a potential 2-for-0 trades as well. But meanwhile, on the top side, Yuzong is getting quite poked, but he will be able to just play it safe for now. On the bot side, we are seeing that Kufra is getting some help. Kufra is trying to get some help for that Bruno in order to that for that Claude. They are trying to gank up that bot lane. Xborg is also there for the follow up. Team fight potential team fight might come up there, but I think Claude is aware of his positioning and he is just making sure he doesn't overextend a fight in there. And Kufra will be retreating for now. But meanwhile, on the top side, Edith has been fallen down, but Respect will be able to get that kill onto that EXP lane, the Yuzong. A 1-for-1 trade by far, which trying to make an initiation as well. The last insanity is yet to be used. Hylos diving quite deep, and I think he does has his revitalized, so he won't be over initiating the fight. He is yet to get his level 4. The turtle has already been spawned, and which is also yet to get his level 4. So not IGN has already started to contest for the turtle. Respect doesn't have any vision right now. Kimi is on the backside. He is on a bad position, I would say. Alpha charge is yet to be used. There comes the Black Dragon from coming up from that Yuzong. And a really good retribution is able to secure that kill for the turtle for the not IGN. And with the double kill, instantly a good follow-up from them. A good synergy and the Blazing Duet coming up from that Cloud in order to clear that lane as well as get that gold crab. And Team IGN already on quite a lead.
Okay, the early game aggression is definitely there, even though the power spike is yet to be shown. But the alpha going in so aggressively, I think this is quite strong, I have to say. On the other hand, the Kufra pick off, the Bruno getting shut down as well. This is not looking good for that Bruno. On the other hand, Bruno has been slowly and steadily farming his own creeps as well, but danger is still lurking onto him. Looks like the Kufra is jumping in. There is this Xbox trying to deal damage. Will there be a team fight coming in?
The frigid glacier as well as that glorious pathway was used. Aurora tried to make that initiation with that frigid glacier, but it connected on to nobody this time. And for the side of Team Not IGN, they have the gold lead as well. They have over 2k gold lead actually in such an early phase of the game. So, we are seeing quite some gaps coming up from both of the sides of the teams and Not IGN. And he is trying to make an initiation onto the mid lane. The Blazing Duet has been used by that Claude, and Kufra is yet to use his Trident Revenge, but still Claude will be able to clear his lane and will be able to retreat from the side quite safely.
I have to say that the Kufra is actually giving up good jumps. Look at that. He knows he got that vision, but the jump is cancelled. On the other hand, I have to say that how the Trian's revenge isn't in coming in the play because no walls are being near him right now. So that is where Bart looks like that. Looking
Oh,
strong,
the
Alpha
Alpha
going with the
charge.
touch. And there we go. The Bruno being picked off.
Yep, and the turtle has already been spawned, and the goldener for the side of Team Afar Esports is already down. Respect was able to get that kill right on time, and I guess this is going to be an uncontested turtle considering Xbox is still onto the mid lane, and yep, Respect will be able to get the turtle for his side, which is trying to make an initiation. The Firaja armor has been popped out, but the Frigid Glacier as well as that Tyrant's Revenge from that Kubra was able to get that kill onto Edith, but the Alpha with the really beautiful Alpha charge connecting onto two people. The Black Dragon form has been used as well. Aurora is yet to pop up her passive, and her passive has been popped out, and Respect is almost, and which is able to secure the kill onto that Aurora for the side of his team. Bruno is trying to make a follow-up, but the Alpha charge once again, and Kufra will be falling down, which is on a really low HP, but he will be able to make an escape. This side, this time, this is quite favorable for the side of Team Not IGN, and the Blazing Duet has been used by the Cloud in order to secure that minions. But meanwhile, on the top side, Edith was able to get a kill onto that Yuzong too.
Itami, that aggression coming in from not IGN. Look at that. They are just able to make sure that the Claude is farming. Oh, look at that. The Claude being caught, but the Purify being baited out as well. No Trian's revenge coming into the play, but the Claude won't be having any Purify. This is kind of some trouble because once the Kufra jumps on him again, this is instant death for him if there is this follow up. But Kemi, on the other hand, a double kill picked up. Itami, take it away.
Yep, and there comes another team fight. Kupra as well as the Aurora were really low. Edith was able to dive in and secure that double kill for herself. And the red buff from the side of Team Afari Sports is gone as well. They will be able to get that tower too. And this is being quite a one-sided domination coming up from the side of Team Not IGN by far. The next turtle is about to spawn, but I don't think they will be contesting for the turtle considering how good of a lead they have right now. They will just be waiting for that 8-minute lord maybe, and they will just not be contesting. The Alpha will just be farming up here and there, and all of the resources as well as those buffs have been taken down for the side of Team Afar Esports from Not IGN.
Okay, that is true. They are trying to choke down. They might go in for an early lord as well because no one is interested into that turtle right now. So maybe they are trying to get to that. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm wrong this time. Looks like they will be starting up the turtle. There are still like there's still like 50 seconds yet to be taken. That instant burst of turtle that is much more needed. On the other hand, look at that Aurora, hiding in the bush. Maybe he's trying to get a pick off, but Itami, take it away.
Yep, there comes another initiation. Yuzong using the Black Dragon form trying to make another initiation as well, and Yuzong Claude will be able to secure this kill for himself. The last insanity has been forced out by that Xbox. They will just be retreating, and Team Not IGN will be getting another tower for themselves. The Lord is yet to be spawned, and that was a 1 for 0 trade, even though Not IGN are just securing those neutral objectives and being as dominant as ever, and they are just bullying their opponents right now.
They are definitely bullying their opponents. So this is definitely a one-sided match, Itami. I have to say, a 13 for a 2 score already. That a 10k goal gap as well. This is actually very strong, don't you think? So they are just choking down those gold for their opponents. They are just not letting them farm. They're taking up the creep. They're taking up the minions. They're taking up kills as well. Right now, Aurora. Look at the score onto the Aurora.
Oh, the Frigid Glacier connecting, but she will be taken down onto the process. Valentina with the mega kill. The Alpha using the Alpha charge onto two people, and there is going to be a 2 for 1 trade actually, and not IGN. I guess not IGN will be able to secure another inhibitor tower. Another Alpha charge just came up. The armor has been popped off, and Edith was able to secure that mega kill for herself. And I guess all they gotta do now is wait for the Lord and end this game as soon as possible. They are already leading the game with over 11k goal lead for themselves.
Okay, they are actually pressing that advantage to themselves. They want that aggression as well. The early lord already, since this is the level 1 lord, this is quite a surprise for them. Since they might choke on to those inhibitors as well. Maybe already the mid being popped off. This is kind of a trouble for the side of team. Of our esports, don't you think so?
I definitely think so. Kufra is trying to make that jump, and those plays coming up. Hylos might be taken down, but no, he will just be able to retrieve the goal difference as well as the skill difference is too much for now. There comes the Tyrant's Revenge connecting on to two people, but sadly there is no one for the follow-up. Alpha is able to secure the monster kill for himself, and the Lord is already marching from the mid side. The Firaja armor has been popped off for that Xborg as well. Yuzong using the Black Dragon from trying to clear those waves, the minions as soon as possible, but I don't think if he is going inside like that, then he will be immediately shredded down. But look at that blazing duet coming up from that Claude, a kill onto that Aurora as well as that Yuzong is down, and Team Not IGN will be securing this victory with only one Lord, and they will be taking down this series.
Look at that, not IGN winning up this round. They will be proceeding ahead into the next round. This is quite a good victory for them, given that no one was there to pin down the Alpha, not even the Valentina. Quite a one-sided game, Itami.
Definitely. And this match, the worthy MVP for this game is going to be the Alpha, but which even, he was not even picked off even a single time. And he even, I guess, Respect is the worthy MVP for themselves, for this team, not IGN. And there were really good initiations that came up from that Hylos as well. The Glorious Pathway, as soon as those Glorious Pathway was used, there was always those trades as two, like 2 for 0 trade, 3 for 0 trade. It was like that. As soon as that high loss initiated, it was over for the side of Team of our esports. And yep, that is going to be those matches for today. I guess this is it for me as well as Peachy. We are signing off and we will be back tomorrow. So till then, good night and take care.